Welcome to GP Bullhound Tech Thoughts. Today is the 10th of September, and we're here with Inge Heydorn for our weekly market roundup. Today, Inge will talk about Intel, TSMC, China gaming, the Apple App Store, as well as introduce a new member of our team, Nejla. Over to them.
Thank you very much, Maria. Let's start with a little bit of a market update. The sentiment has clearly turned more negative this week, and people are really watching what's going on for the moment, and they feel a little bit worried about the growth rate in the US, which is a little bit disappointing, and the rollout, or what do you say, the spread of the COVID, which is really maybe hampering the growth more than earlier expected. Going on to the tech side and looking at Intel and TSMC and Samsung, they are out talking all the time now about new factories and so on. And listening to the conference call yesterday from the CEO of Intel, he's now stating they're going to spend a lot of money to get into the foundry business, and 2 factories in Europe, 2 factories at least in the US, and maybe a factory in Asia. So the sector is really heating up. On top of that, we had really good numbers from UMC and Vanguard for August. We haven't got the TSMC numbers yet. They're coming tonight, which will give us a good indication on the ramp up of Apple. When it comes to Apple and the App Store, I think that's probably the biggest thing happening for the moment, and all the changes going on around the App Store and the fees of 30%. You probably read about what happened in Korea. They're now opening up that people have to, so to say, be able to go around the App Store fees by giving links and so on, so people can pay in a different way. Same happened in Japan, and there were a court case regarding reader apps, and now Apple has opened up that, so people can now charge reader apps in a different way. So good news for New York Times and so on and so on. But I think this really puts things in the spotlight for the moment. Is Apple really going to be able to hold on to those 30% they charge on the app stores? And just to a funny story regarding that is that Epic today filed for going on board on App Store again in South Korea. Apple told them no. So it's a really interesting story to follow. And the most interesting part of this is that the cost of 30% that's being added to the companies for being on the App Store, that's pure margin if the app fees would fall. So we're going to follow this very closely. And a big portion of the App Store money is from gaming. So it's definitely something to watch when it comes to the gaming stocks. Going over to gaming then, on the negative side, really, the Chinese political pressure on the gaming companies continue, and there's been a lot of stories this week about delaying the games, because in China you need to file to be approved to sell your games, and that process is quite difficult sometimes. And now the rumor is that they are delaying that process and stopping the process for a lot of new games, and that really took a hit for a lot of the gaming stocks. But bear in mind that most of the European and the US gaming stocks have very limited sales into China, and mostly it's done with partners, and still the size of it is probably around 2-3% of the top line. One thing to really bear in mind when you think about it. And lastly, and the best thing is really that we have a new join in our team, which I think will have a lot of power to the team. Let me introduce Nejla for you.
Hi everyone, my name is Nejla, and I'm happy to join the team, hoping to add some creativity and new thoughts in the upcoming videos.
Thank you very much, Nejla. And as you see, she's a woman and she's much younger than me and Johan, so she will definitely add a different flavor to the technology thinking in the team, which I think will be a great add-on to the team, and we'll have a different view on a lot of things in the team, which will, we think, add a lot of value for us. Thank you very much.